Students, today I am going to start the new lesson, A Great Martyr Ever Cherished. It's a supplementary reading. It is edited by Meha Mathur and Tessie Koshi. Okay. So what's the meaning of martyr? Martyr is a person who gives his life for the cause of the nation. Okay. Our martyr here in this lesson is Hanifuddin. Hanifuddin, a great martyr, that is a soldier. He gave his life for the cause of the nation when he was just 25 years during the Kargil war and remained in the heart of the people. So, this lesson is a profile of a young soldier who gave up his life for the cause of the nation at the age of 25. So, he served the country with pride and dedication and displayed extreme valor in facing the enemy and was more concerned about the team's safety more than his own. And he attained martyrdom at the age of 25, exactly 2 years after he was commissioned on the army. And his body couldn't be recovered till the end of the war due to the enemy and the extreme temperature. Later on, in remembrance of his valor, the government had renamed the Turtuk sector, which the place where he had fought, as a subsector Hanif in memory of Hanifuddin's bravery. Okay, so great martyr ever cherished. He is a great martyr. Hanifuddin was a great martyr cherished. Out of all of them, that is, you might have studied in the history and you might have also heard that several leaders had given up their life for the cause of the nation, right? But among all of them, this Hanifuddin had left a great impact on the minds of the people. And there were no words to describe him, and who has done so much and left for the country. That much impact he had left. Okay. So, we'll see the lesson, children. First paragraph, it says like this. The sand, like life, slipped away forever as he continued to live on. So this is a reference made to the lesson where they say that the sand like life. That means that he had made his life, okay, and he was there in the mind of everyone. And as he continued, what happened? Slipped away. Slipped away means passed away. Okay, so what happened? He had made an impact on the heart of it is in the mind of the people, but after some time he passed away. So even then, as he continued, means even though he died, we always remember him. That is, his thing is cherished in our mind, and is always remembered, and he lies in the heart of the people. Okay, now first paragraph I'll do. Enter the Hanifuddin's household, and a warm smile will beckon. Beckon means invite you to step right in. Okay. So as one enters the Hanifuddin's house, okay. So what happened? What you'll see? You'll see a warm smile. Okay. You'll see the warm smile welcome you to step right in. Okay. So as one enters Hanifuddin's house, you could see a smile. Okay. Warm smile which will invite, which will call, okay, to set in. Okay. But that's all the smile can do, as it beams from within the confines of a picture frame. But all that smile, that means the smile as you see when you enter into Hanif's house, that smile, it is confined to a picture frame. That means you could see that smile is in the photograph which has been put on the wall. Okay, that's not a real smile, but it is a smile that beams, that comes from the picture frame. So there is a picture, the page number 189 you have a picture, children. So that is the picture which has been displayed in the Hanifuddin's house. So as they enter into their house, you could see this picture, a warm smile welcoming them, but that smile is confined in the picture frame. That means that smile is found on the photograph which was put on the wall. Okay. A mere memory, painful and brave, the smile belonged to the 25-year-old martyr, Lieutenant Hanifuddin. Okay, a mere memory. It's just only a memory now. Okay, so as I told, he had given up his life for the cause of the nation is no more alive now. So this smile, this picture on the photograph that you find, it is nothing but the photograph of Hanifuddin. Now he's just remain in the mind of the people and is only a memory. Okay. As you take a deep breath and try to avert the pain, avert means away the pain that comes from knowing of a young life cut short, you will notice a large picture of snow-capped mountain peaks of the Turtuk sector in Kargil, now called subsector Hanif in memory of Hanifuddin's bravery. Okay, so as you take a deep breath and try to away the pain that he is no more, that means he is not alive. Okay, and everybody know that his life has cut short. Okay, everything is feeling the pain, that means everyone is feeling the pain of the young man left them. Okay, so when they felt that there is no life, his life has been cut down at the young age, and you will see a large picture, the picture that is covered with a snow-capped mountain, that means the mountain covered with the snow. Okay, of the Turtuk sector in Kargil. So this is a place where he had confronted the army. Okay, so that now the Turtuk sector is now called as a subsector Hanif in memory of Hanifuddin's bravery. Okay, next paragraph. Perhaps Hanifuddin or Khalifa as his friends called him. So Hanifuddin is called as a Khalifa by his friends. So perhaps Hanifuddin or Khalifa as his friends called him knew what he would be able to give to the nation. That is, his friends called him Hanifuddin as a Khalifa, and they knew that he would be able to give to the nation. That means they knew that he is ready always for the sake of the nation, and this Hanifuddin is going to do something, and he is going to serve the nation. So this line says that his friends knew that this man Hanifuddin is ready to serve the nation and he could do something for the cause of the nation. Hanifuddin, who hailed from a family of musicians. So this line says that Hanifuddin has come from the family of musician. His mother Prema Aziza, okay, so she is a vocal artist and she used to go for singing to the information and broadcasting ministry, and his father was an artist who was associated with the National School of Drama. So like this, he had come from the family of musician. Okay, so he hailed from a family of musician, chose to join the army. Though he belonged to the family of musician, he joined the army. Okay, perhaps Hanifuddin also knew that life for him was short and so needed to repeatedly remind himself of his mission. Okay, so perhaps if Hanifuddin had knew that his life for him was short, and if he had known that he had to fight in the war, and he has to, sometimes he may lose his life in the war and he may come back from the war. If he had known all these things, okay, if he had maybe he knew all those things, and that might have reminded repeatedly for him. Okay, and that's why he was called, and he was called to serve the nation. So if this line says that he had hailed, that means he had come from the family of musician. Though he had come from the family of musician, he chose to join the army, and perhaps if he would, he knew that life for him was short. Okay, and that's why he had repeatedly reminded himself for what he was called for, that is to serve the nation. Okay, one can only surmise means guess, from a flashcard found amongst his belongings, which simply said, "We change lives." So this line says that as he had put around him few things. Okay, so he had put some of his belongings around him, and there he found a flashcard, okay, where it was simply written on that "We change lives." We change lives means here the soldiers. So I think you all understood. As once he found his belongings which was around him, and he found there a flashcard, and in that it was written simply that we change lives. Okay, so it says that we means that for soldiers change the lives. Okay, so next paragraph. Fate had ensured that Hanifuddin would battle with the hardship from a tender age. So, this paragraph says that Hanifuddin's life was not smooth. He had to face several hardships just from his tender age. Okay, that is, as he was very small, from that period onwards, he had to face a lot of hardship. Okay, when he was just 8 years old, okay, Hanifuddin lost his father, okay, who had been an artist associated with the National School of Drama. Okay, so this paragraph, as I told, it gives the information that he had to face several hardship. When he was just 8 years old, he lost his father. Okay, his father was an artist associated with the National School of Drama. Okay, left to take care of 3 young boys. Hanif's mother, Hema Aziz. Okay, Hema Aziz. Okay, sorry children, you please make a correction. Mother name is Hema Aziz. Okay, so left to take care of 3 young boys. So father had passed away and family had 3 children, and now it is left, that means to the hand of Hanif's mother, where she has to take care of these 3 children. Okay, Hema Aziz, a vocal artist, would often have to leave Hanif and his brother alone as she traveled with the performance wing of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. So mother, vocal artist, she would often leave. That means she is, as now she is the bread earner, where she is supposed to go out and get work to take care of these 3 children. So she has to go out, and she used to travel for the performance wing of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Aziz, I had a touring job and was out very often, and the kids became very responsible, getting up and getting ready for school without my having to tell them. I didn't have to tell them in so many words, but my going to work without excuses gave them the message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. Okay, so Hema Aziz recalls, okay, that she had a touring job, and you know that she is working with the performance wing of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, and she had to travel, and she is the bread earner. She has to go to take care of the 3 children. Okay, so since she had a touring job and she has to supposed to go out, so these kids became more responsible. Okay, so as she was not being in the house to take care of these children and guide them what they have to do and what not they have to do. Okay, so these children, they became responsible. They used to get up themselves and get ready, and they were going to school without she had been telling to them. Okay, she did not tell them with so many words that they have to get ready and they have to do their work. Okay, so they were doing their work by themselves. Okay, so I didn't have to tell them in so many words, but my going to work without excuses gave them the message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. Okay, so this line says that since that is as she has to go to the job, okay, so these children had become more responsible, and they have learned that without excuses gave them the message that one's duty is the most important thing in one's life. Next paragraph. While Hanif's elder brother Nafizuddin went on to become a teacher and was at the J.D. Taylor School, New Delhi, at the time of the tragedy, his younger brother took to composing music on his Casio. Hanif would often team up with him on the drums. Okay, so when the tragedy occurred, that is when they lost their father. Okay, when Hanif lost his father at the age of 8. Okay, 3 children, and in that one his elder brother called as Nafizuddin. His elder brother Nafizuddin had become a teacher, and he was a teacher at the J.D. Taylor School, New Delhi. Okay, and his younger brother, Hanifuddin's younger brother, took up composing music on his Casio. Okay, and Hanif would often team up. That means he used to join. Hanifuddin would join his younger brother, okay, in playing drum. Okay, so next paragraph. An introvert Hanif began to make friends only by the time he was 14. Introvert means the person who is not social. That means they don't mingle like others. Okay, they like themselves and they are comfortable with their people. Okay, so Hanif was introvert. He was not social and he was not mingle with anyone. Okay, so he began to make friends only by the time he was 14. Okay, he began to make friends only after 14 years of his age. Okay, and he would often go out of his way to help people because they gave him a certain kind of joy. So until 14 he was introvert. He was not mingling. He was not joining with any people. It was only after 14 he remembered, okay, and he began to mingle with the people, and he also felt that helping the people would make him to feel happy or get the joy. Okay, in fact, this was the quality his seniors recounted when they came to meet me after his death, explains his mother. So this information, okay, that he's an introvert and he began to make friends only after 14 years, whatever the information that we got, okay, it was recounted, it means told by one of his senior friend, okay, who met Hema Aziz after his death. Okay, able to reach out to all. Hema mentions that a 77-year-old gentleman who paid a condolence visit to Hanifuddin's house recalled how Hanif had approached him with some queries related to Sufism. So here Hema Aziz recalls saying that when Hanif had passed away, a 77-year-old gentleman had come to pay the condolence visit to Hanifuddin's house, and he said that he remembered how Hanif had come to him to learn about Sufism. Okay, so this is an incident which she is collecting from the people who had met her after his death. Okay, so 77-year-old man had come to Hanifuddin's house to pay his condolence. At that time he had told Hema Aziz that once he had come to ask the questions related to Sufism. So that she is sharing with us now. Okay, next paragraph. Hanif was a student of Kerala school in New Delhi and had applied to the army when he was graduating from Shivaji's college. So this paragraph talks about Hanif's education. It says that he was a student of Kerala school in New Delhi and he had applied to the army when he was graduating from Shivaji college. Okay, he had applied to army. So when he was graduating from the Shivaji College, New Delhi. Yet, Hanif didn't know much about the army. So, mother Hema Aziz, she says that Hanif doesn't know much about the army. Okay, the only exposure my son had was through me. So, she's telling here that Hanifuddin did not have much about the army. That means he did not know any much information about the army, and he knew only things about the army from her. Okay, as I had often gone to the forward areas on performance of the armed forces entertainment wing. Okay, so these lines says that Hanifuddin did not have much information regarding the army. The only exposure that he had is from his mother, where she used to go for the performance wing, the information and broadcasting ministry. Okay, however, next paragraph, 6 months into the Indian Military Academy. Okay, so this paragraph explains about Hanifuddin's life in the army. So he had 6 month training in the Indian Military Academy. The gentle Hanif was a changed man. So the 6 month training in the Indian Military Academy had changed okay, Hanif into a gentleman. Okay, he's changed him as a gentleman. And during those days, he used to write, that is during his 6 months of training in the Indian Military Academy, Hanifuddin used to write to his mother about how tough the training was. Okay, and I particularly remember him. I here refers to Hema Aziz. She's sharing her about his training in the Indian Military Academy. She says that I particularly remember him telling me that they had to take a Musori bath at midnight. Okay, it's cold bath. Okay, he had mentioned in the letter saying to his mother that they are supposed to take the cold bath at midnight. I suppose it was some kind of a cold winter bath at midnight. So she says here that during his 6 month training in the Indian Military Academy, he used to write to his mother wherein he used to share about his experience in the military training, and he had mentioned in that letter that he is supposed to take a cold water bath at the midnight. Okay. Post training, that is after his training, 6 months in the Indian military training, he was joined. That means he was supposed to join to the 11th Rajputan Rifles. He joined the 11th Rajputan Rifles and was posted at Jaipur and then at Siachen just prior to the Kargil War of 1999. Okay, so after his training, he was joined. That means he's supposed to join the 11th Rajputan Rifles at Jaipur, and then he has to join at a Siachen just before the Kargil War of 1999. Okay. Yet, life for Hanif was ekdam bindas. Okay, though he had faced several difficulties in his life, that is at the age of 8, he lost his father, and he had to come up. That means he had come up with his own efficiency, and even the military training was very tough. Though he had so many difficulties in his life, he did not bother about that. He had led his life ekdam bindas. That means he led his life very happily, that is in a jovial way.